Hello and welcome to the Marine Channel. We're here at the Palma International Boat Show and I've got a particular favourite boat of my own that I'm going to show you now. It's the Greenline 40 Hybrid. Now, I've admired these boats from afar for many years and I wanted to take you on board because not only is the technology on this boat really clever, but I think the design and layout is lovely as well. So it's a 40-foot boat. You can see here access on the back, very easy. You haven't got to drop this down, of course. There are side gates as well that you can use. But one thing you'll notice about this boat is how kind of low it sits to the water. So it's only about 30 centimetres up into the cockpit area. This has got this sort of synthetic teak, and obviously with that transom up, you've got a very large area, so you can put some freestanding furniture in here. Boat's 40 feet long and it's got a very generous beam on it. It's got a 12-foot beam, which you'll really feel throughout the boat as you move through it. Let me just show you this lazarette here because there's loads and loads of storage. We've got one of those on the port and the starboard side. Access to the engine is in the sole, in the saloon area. I'll show you that in a minute. I'm just going to walk you up along the side here. So nice big wide access on both sides, high handrails, a couple of steps up. I'll show you that that door into the helm position. Let's just take you up forward here because this is a lovely area. It's very private, especially if you're in the med and you're moored stern to, and you've got this lovely sun pad. This will lift up so you've got, you can see there for the hatch, and it's got this sort of sunshade across the top. Now I'll start to talk a little bit about the hybrid system on this, because while we're up here you can see at the back of this kind of coach roof area we've got very large solar panels. So that comes as standard on this boat, and that charges a bank of batteries, which means that you can power this boat on electric alone. It's got a range of about 25 miles. It'll potter along at about 5 knots, so it's not fast, but absolutely lovely for kind of estuaries and harbours and near coastal work, and of course in absolute silence at that point. Now when that electricity runs out, you've got a couple of diesel engines which you can run, and that'll give the boat top speed closer to around the 22 knot mark, but again comfortably going along at about sort of 16 to 20 knots. And whilst it's doing that, it's actually recharging the battery bank. So after powering the boat for about an hour and a half, you're back up to full power on the batteries. And what you can do is you can actually run the boat at anchor with all the systems running for 4 or 5 days just on the batteries. If you have the air conditioning working flat out as you might do in the med, probably run for a couple of days, so a weekend. But theoretically you could weekend on this boat without having to ever power up the diesel engines. So you can see here at the aft we've got this galley, we've got this nice open area here. You can see the panel here that folds up into the ceiling, and then you've got this lovely open area. This one drops down, so you've got a very sociable area for drinks and so forth. 2-burner hob, sink, microwave or combi oven down there. The other thing I noticed, which is rather nice for a boat this size, quite unusual, you've got a full-size domestic fridge and freezer, and obviously that's all running off the battery, so we don't need to have the generator running at all while we're sat here on the pontoon. And we've got this lovely, very open saloon area. Really big glazing on the side here. Boat feels incredibly light, very sociable. And then over here we've got our pop-up TV. which when that's out of the way, obviously we've got better vision out through the sides. We've got all these blinds as well. We can drop down at night should we wish to have a little bit more privacy. And as we move forward, you can see up over the helm we've got this sliding panel system, so again we can open this up for additional ventilation. I'm going to go below in a minute, I'll show you the cabins, but just to again show you, this opens, this slides, and that's actually access, well not access, but that's down into the twin berth, so you've got good light in there. So round here to the helm position, so we've got a bench here that will take two, we've got a bolster there that will lift up. Just step up into this position, and nice visibility out over the front there, and down here onto our multifunction screens. And what this will do is it'll tell us exactly how much power we've got in the batteries, the state of charge down here. So this is interesting. In the current state, so running the fridges and so forth, not running the aircon, even at 92% charge, I could sit like this for 112 hours. So what's that, about 4 or 5 days? Without ever having to run the generator or any of the motors, or the motors. Throttles over here, bow and stern thruster at the side, and as we mentioned earlier, got this nice big sliding door here, which gives us access out onto the starboard side. But I do like the feel of this design. This 14-foot beam in here really makes it feel very open. Got good headroom, good light. I'm kind of a little bit in love with this boat, to be honest with you. And then to the engines, so the engines are in here underneath this hatch. So the magic of TV, I'll probably be able to show you that. We've got 2 Yanmar engines in there, and then the electric motors actually sit just behind them. So the electric motor is your default. It will use the electric motors to power the boat ordinarily. As I say, when the batteries get depleted, then the diesel engines kick in, and they actually then use the motors as generators to recharge the battery. So it's a very, very clever system. There you go, so lots of storage around here. Let's go and have a little look down below. Nice wide staircase. I'm going to go in here to the left first of all. So this is our twin cabin. These berths will slide together, so you just pull this one across. That makes a sort of an oversized king size double. Got a bit of storage space, open storage down there on the side. Lots and lots of storage alongside here as well. As I said, good light as well through here. This is that hatch that we showed earlier. No, I'm not going to try that because it's a little bit stiff. Oh, that'll slide. Okay, so that can be closed down as well. Hatch there for the door. Shut that one up, and we're away nice and privately. Good sized locker there. There's space up the top. Come back out of here and go straight across, and this is our day heads. It also is the ensuite for the master. So during the day we've got our toilet, sink, mirror, and actually a very, very generous shower space here with a nice little perspex screen and really good headroom. So, you know, I'm just short of 6 foot, and actually I've got about 25 centimetres above me, so no issues with space there. Just step back out and then into the Ford Master, which I'm really impressed with. It's really wide. I don't know if it's going to come across on camera quite as well as it does in reality. You've got this run of windows all the way around the top here. Super light, but still private. Nobody sat up in the sun pad's going to be looking in here. TV screen there, and then some decent sized lockers that go back quite a long way. And access up into the bed is on these nice wide steps, and that is kind of super king size. As I said, access into your ensuite, which is your day heads. We've looked there already. So if this boat was, if you like, a conventionally powered boat with diesel, I'd say it's a lovely boat. It's a sociable boat, it's a clever design, it looks good, but it's not just, if you like, a standard boat. It's this hybrid system, which is what makes it super special. This boat as filmed is around 650,000 euros plus VAT, so it's actually as well, I think, very, very good value indeed. And Greenline are a very eco-focused business. You know, they really do walk the talk. So, for example, when they're constructing this boat, any offcuts of wood, anything used on pallets and so forth, get converted into pellets and used for, you know, is burnt to generate electricity, low carbon footprint and all that kind of good stuff. All the materials they use, the glues, all this kind of stuff, they look at every single element to reduce the carbon footprint involved in producing a boat like this. So if you're interested in the green element, this is a very tempting offer, and I hope you've enjoyed it. So there you go, the Greenline 40 hybrid. It's a cracking boat. I think it offers a lot in terms of accommodation, but I think what's really impressive is how you can run this on pure electricity, certainly if you're weekending, and if you need to top it up, use those engines. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to the Marine channel and press the alert button so that we'll notify you every time a new video comes up. Thanks very much indeed for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.